Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome back. This is going to be my 8-way forecast for Bitcoin and the S&P 500. But first of all, any views or opinions or suggestions that are expressed in this video do not constitute to trading or financial advice. So let's get started here on the S&P 500. Here's my annotations. So obviously from previous videos I did say that we are in this sort of A, B, C sort of corrective structure, and we are currently getting this sort of triangular contracting triangle sort of structure being formed. Um, and if this is the case, then obviously we are going to see eventually the market eventually push down to the downside and giving us that final leg to the downside as a C wave, phi wave impulse and move or a diagonal. Um, with this being in mind, the way we would want to trade this is we don't just take a short here and then expect to go down. The way I do it personally is I wait for a break above the sort of D level right here, and then wait for about a 50 to 61% retracement back up again, around halfway through the triangle, and then our stops will be just on the E wave, and then obviously from price action confirmation we can then look to take it to the downside. Um, at the same time, if the market does eventually just push up above this C wave, and it was very close to going there, and it does go way beyond that, then obviously this is a complete different structure, and I don't necessarily believe that we are going to eventually just continue going up higher. I don't really think so. The reason why I say that is because as after a huge impulsive move, there's usually a correction. So this is a correction. Whether it goes up here again, it doesn't necessarily mean that we were wrong, in the sense that this is um, not a correction. This will still be a correction. However, it would just maybe be a expanded flat right here instead of a triangle. So I still believe that we are in a correction with this pair, and we will eventually continue going to the downside. Now, the month is also ending very, very soon, in a couple of days, 3 days or so. Sorry, not 3 days, 1 or 2 days, and we're gonna see how this plays out. I mean, from what I've seen, we are getting some significant weak rejection eventually coming down. We have a nice sell-off eventually coming in. And if this continues to keep on pushing down, everyone's gonna try to take this sell from in and around here, which is extremely risky. So let this impulsive move happen first. We need the first confirmation that the impulsive move is in play first, and it breaks the market structure. Once the market structure is broken, we then look for that retracement, and then from here, after price action confirmation, we then look to sell it. Now you want to wait for a higher time frame confirmation to say that there are the sellers that are coming in here eventually. As of now, I don't think we have that. We just have to wait and see what happens. And obviously, when you get into the shorter time frame, you want to then eventually see, once this retracement finishes, the shorter time frame, the price action here to get involved, and our stocks will just be above here, and then we could look to ride down this wave. So that's the S&P 500. Let's move on to the Bitcoin chart. Here we are. So I am assuming that we are in a WX, and this is an A, B, and then we're currently coming down again for one more C. We are going to hit around 50 to 61.8% retracement of this entire wave, and we are very, very close at doing that. It doesn't have to, but usually we say that the wave B usually hits around 50 to 61.8% when it's a WXY. And obviously the reason why I did consider this as a WXY is because when we use our trend based fib tool right here, we can see from in and around the 61.8% level we start to get that sort of correction to come back in, and then so obviously from in and around these levels we're going to see the market eventually just push down. Now I'm not going to say that Bitcoin will hit zero. I'm not saying that. There is a possibility that it could hit zero, but I do believe that we might eventually hit maybe the 10,000 12,000 level before we then continue up going up higher for our next cycle. um, Keep it in mind that this also is one count obviously to the downside. However, the alternative account is that wave. This is a completely different structure, so this could be an A, B, and a C, and in 5 waves, or a zigzag, a 5-3-5, and then what we have here is essentially the initial push to the upside. So we have a wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, and then a wave 5, and then we're getting a 3-wave corrective move here. If we get a 3-wave corrective move around here, and it rejects about 50 to 61.8% of this entire wave right here, and we get price action confirmation, and it continues to go up and creates another high, then to me that is a possible signal that we are going to eventually continue up going higher, and then the overall count, instead of it being a WXY, will then actually change back to an A, B, and a C, and this sort of wave 2 cycle has been completed, and we are actually on the start of that wave 3 bigger cycle to continue going up to the upside. So I hope you guys do like my video, and please do like, comment, share, and subscribe. I do have a Patreon for all those people that are interested in membership. The link will be in the description down below, and I'll see you guys until the next one. Take care.